Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again with my perfect pocket kits. This one is, oh gosh, now let me just check because now I can't remember which kit this is. I feel like it's set 8, but I could be wrong because I find that hard to believe that we've got 8 sets, but maybe there are. Yeah, it is set 8. So the blue one that we played with, you know, most recently was set 7. This is set 8. So I have cut out all the bits and pieces. So we've got the pockets here, 4 of them, and then we've got all the fussy cut pieces here. So I'm going to do exactly as we did with the blue ones, in that I'm going to just assemble my pockets quickly now. So, and you assemble these by folding, or, you know, I find the best way is fold the bottom up first and then fold your sides in. So fold your bottom up and then bring, oops, oh my goodness, bring your sides in. So bottom and then sides. Okay. Like that. And then you can just kind of, you know, adjust them accordingly. So that one, squish that down. Like that. Okie dokie. Next one. Oops. Oh, come on. Okay. Bring my sides in. Just kind of trying to rush this here, and yeah, not making a very good job of it. It's not the type of thing really that you should rush, because of course then I'm going to end up with really weird wonky pockets. I think I have now. Oh well. Let me just see. Yes, a little tip there, try not to rush your folding, because it probably is not the best way to do it. Right. Bring this one in like that. Okie dokie, and this one. So I love the greens of this, just gorgeous, aren't they? So if you saw the last video, well, it may not have been the last video, but the last video where we played with these, we played with the blue set, which was set 7. Oops. Bring this in slightly more, because otherwise I've made a horrible job of folding this in. Wonky pocket. Yeah, it was a blue set, and mainly blue and brown. So this is going to be, you know, pretty different looking to that one, because obviously it's, you know, it's greens. I will pull the pockets in that we did, actually. I put them away thinking, oh, I don't think we'll be looking at them, but actually just going to pull them in just so as you can kind of get an idea for, if you didn't see that video, you can just see the kind of really different colour schemes that we've got going on. So just pull those back in. So there. So yeah, as you can see, very, very, very different, these, you know, in the greens. So I'll put these to one side. Okay. Right, now when I did the last 4, what I did was I just layered them out, or laid them out, perhaps I should say, so that I could pick the pieces that I wanted to go on here. The reason being, if I did them just one at a time, or, you know, 2 at a time, I might actually put a piece on a pocket, you know, that then I actually kind of then think in hindsight, oh, I prefer something different. So I'm kind of thinking, actually, you know, this is probably the best way to do it. Love that on there. Right. I have got this one on this, or in this. So I'm thinking, you know, this would be quite nice as like just a landscapey type piece. And then... Right, let's have a look. So I've got quite a few different kind of topper bits. So, oh, That's quite lovely on there actually, isn't it? Without a background.
Is my baby here?
She is in here. That's quite lovely, isn't it?
Hi.
Yeah, quite loving that. Sorry, my daughter's just come in and, you know, just come in to play with the dog.
I bet she loves the heat.
Yeah, because I've got my fan heater going in here today. So, yeah, she loves the heat. Because it's pretty chilly. Yeah, I think she feels the cold quite a bit, to be honest. Oh, now I'm having a quandary. Because actually I really love that. But I did really love this. Oh, I don't know. Maybe like that. What do we think? Just going to check that I wouldn't prefer it this way round. Oh, this is going to be one of those kind of pieces that looks good everywhere, isn't it? Oh, I'm loving it on there as well. Let me just see what this would look like on here. Definitely like this one, I think, on the dark. That's quite nice. That's quite nice. Oh, this is very tricky now. Oh, she's gone now. The dog's gone. The dog's gone. My daughter's gone. They've all gone and deserted me. So, yeah. I mean, I did like that one on there. But what do we think? Or would you switch them around? No, I kind of think actually let's have them like that. Right, okay. So yeah, I'm going to stick with those. Okay, so hopefully, yeah, that's, yeah, hopefully I've made the right choices. Okay, so let's now do some of our bits and pieces. So I'm going to start by roughing these up. Now I did do the roughing up in the last video, or again, I'm not saying it was the last video, but you know, the last time we played with these perfect pockets. I just really like the roughed up edges. I mean, I like the roughed up edges, you know, regardless anyway. But on these perfect pockets, they look, you know, exceptionally good, I think, because it just gives them a bit of, you know, kind of dimension to them, which I really, really love. So, yeah, let's kind of ink around there. Okay, and this one. Like that. Okie dokie. Like that. Now, this one has got a lot of different bits and pieces, you know, I can't speak. Decoration-wise. So, we've got some roses here. Now, I was kind of thinking maybe save those and put them on there. Having said that, they do look pretty nice on here. Or shall we keep this a bit more sort of colourless and go with kind of more light browns and things like that, so as we're not kind of mixing it up too much. Yeah, hard to say, but kind of thinking maybe this would be better. So kind of maybe something like that. I did have a brown butterfly. Yep, I've got a couple of brown butterflies. So again, just going to ink those up. I'm just using Vintage Photo. You know, which goes obviously really nicely here. So maybe something like that. Now, in the last one, I used that gorgeous ivory lace, which I'm thinking would look pretty on here as well. So just pull that in. Okay. Maybe at the top. What do we think to that? It's quite nice, isn't it? Or maybe kind of even just there. Maybe even just to the side, just a little tiny bit of lace. I mean, we could even have something like that, couldn't we? Oh, this is now tricky, isn't it? I can't now decide, because actually it's one of those scenarios where actually everything's looking quite good. You know, yeah, everything's kind of looking quite good on here. Oh, also it has got this pinky red butterfly, which, you know, we could do something more like this, where we have like the butterfly here, just like in the middle as a focal point. So, you know, lots and lots of different looks with this one. Oh, I don't know. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Sometimes you can have too many bits to choose from and it makes it really hard, I think. So maybe that's what's going on here. Got too many nice things to choose from. I mean, that's quite lovely, isn't it? I wanted to keep it quite just brown and neutral, but now I've obviously tried these bits on here. I'm like, oh, actually, haven't really got a hope in you know, hope of keeping it neutral, because it all looks so good with the colours. So yeah, right, neutral is now out the window. It's now gone full on colour. So yeah, let's just put the lace down like that. So we just trim that down at the side. Okay, and here. Okie dokie, yep, like that. And then this here, I mean, we could slide it under, because that's not glued right to there. And have it, oh, that's quite nice actually. Yeah, I might do that. So let's put this down. So obviously this now can't be a pocket, as it's going to be glued, you know, under that lace. But that's, you know, that's fine. Don't have to have it as a pocket. So yeah, let's just spread the glue. Okay. Right, pop that down there. Okay, push that down. And then I'm just going to run a little bit of glue here, just to glue that lace down so as it doesn't keep kind of like pinging up like that. Okay, so it's then just, you know, pressed down flat and held down flat, which is a bit better. Right, okay, so I'm kind of thinking actually maybe have the green label on here and then the pink butterfly right in the middle of that pocket. What do you think? I think it does look pretty, doesn't it? Do we want to have a pink rose as well? Oops. Sorry, I've got some fluff there. I mean, that is quite nice, isn't it? We've made it then quite full on. Or we could just make it a little bit more kind of minimalist and have the label on there. Quite like the label down the bottom, I think. So yeah, let's put the label on. Right, I'm just going to push or put the label down with the hot glue. So the label there in that corner. Okay, this one here. And just ink this up a bit. Yeah, what do we think to that? I mean, I think that looks really pretty. Just check that we don't want to have anything else on here. You know, we're now going all out and making it super, super cluttery, but that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind super cluttery. So we could have that there. I feel like, you know, I definitely need to kind of trim that. Oops, trim that down. What do we think? Or do we think that's just like way too much now? Maybe it is. So yeah, let's put this one down. just in here. Okay, and then the butterfly. Now this butterfly I want to have like stuck down more flat. So I quite often do the butterflies with the, you know, flapping wings, but in this particular instance, I think, you know, just glue it completely flat on there. Well, when I say completely flat, it is glued with the hot glue, so it's kind of slightly raised, but what I mean is not having the flapping wings. So like that. Okay. So yeah, like that. Okay, and then let me just bring in the bling, because we used a lot of bling in the last one. So I'm thinking, you know, a bit of bling here as well. So we're just, actually, I'm just going to try it with a lot of bling. I like this whole line. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? I don't that often use like a whole great big run of bling, but that does look quite good. So what I'm going to do is just going to do half of it at first, and then we'll do the other half. So, oops. Just pop that one down like that. And then this here. Oh my goodness. Struggling a lot to glue this down. Hold on. There you go. Like that. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous does that look? Hope that that's kind of looking really gorgeous on camera. It looks really lovely here in the flesh. Right, let's put that to one side. Okay, so let's do the next one. Should we do this one and keep it more brown? Otherwise I feel like they're all going to look the same. So yeah, let's try and be neutral with this. I don't know whether I'll manage it, but let's try. Oops. Right, first thing, I'm going to rough these edges up. And of course, you know, the roughing of the edges, that is optional, but I do really like the, you know, the look of it myself. So, like that. Oh, it's a lovely day here, I have to say. It's cold, but sunny. Cold, but sunny. And I will just put it out there. I'm filming ahead, so, you know, I don't know when this video will go up. It could be months yet, in which case it might very well not be freezing at all. It might be boiling hot summer's day. But yeah, while I'm filming this, it's not a boiling hot summer's day. It's pretty chilly, but it is sunny and gorgeous. So, you know, I'll take that any day over drab and wet. Okay. There we go. Yeah, let me know. Do you like the green or do you like the blue kit best? Maybe it's a bit soon to tell until we've actually, you know, done a bit more with the green. But, you know, maybe so far, you know, which one are you preferring? Are you preferring, oops, the blue or the green? I mean, for me, I feel like it's a bit soon to tell. I can't really decide. I did absolutely love working with the blue. So yeah, maybe it's a bit soon to tell for me. But yeah, let me know what you think. You know, do you have a preference? Are you kind of swaying towards one or the other? If you do, which one do you prefer? Right, so we've got that one. Now, I've got this gorgeous brown bow, which I'm thinking maybe kind of we could have here. That's quite nice. And then I've got this brown label. Did I ink this? I can't remember, to be honest. And I've also got this brown label. So let's just ink this one up. Okay. Honestly, in the video where we used the blue ones, I suddenly went really all out cluttery on one of them, and I think it was the last one. I don't know, it just took on a life of its own, and I just absolutely loved it. And I'd played it quite safe with the others, so yeah, I'm trying to not play this quite so safe, trying to be a bit more cluttery generally. Well, not necessarily cluttery, but you know, just trying not to play it so safe. So I'm just going to try this with the green, the black. I'm not sure what I think to that green with the black actually. Oh, straight away improved with the touch of the brown, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I quite like it now actually with the black, so yeah, perhaps we will do that. So let's get this one glued down. You know, because like we say, I want to try and have the pockets all looking quite different so that you're not just watching, you know, the same old looks appear. Hopefully they will all have quite unique appearance. Okay. Right. So, black lace. Right, I'm just going to cut this down. Oops, oh my goodness, come on. Like that. Right. Over there. Just going to ink this up a bit. Oh, I mean, that's quite nice as well, isn't it? Whoops. Sorry, it's hard to kind of hold it in place because obviously the pieces are kind of not glued down, so it's wanting to move. But yeah, I quite like that actually. Let me just bring in the, or I have got green butterflies. Oh, I don't know now. Well, I think the piece that I do definitely, you know, want to have is obviously the building. Let me just check whether we want to have like, you know, anything coming out from under here just before I glue it down, because obviously it would then be hard to glue things down once it's already glued. So I quite like that. So I'm just going to cut this down. You know, just being like really, really, really stingy. I mean, it's a bit like, I don't know if anyone here used to do scrapbooking or card making, but honestly, I can remember my friend and I, and we used to do what was called gutting the paper. Gutting the paper. You know, like if we were doing, say, a scrapbook layout and we were using a gorgeous paper that actually the whole paper wasn't required, if you know what I mean. We would cut the section out that was going to be covered up, i.e., you know, if we were using, say, like a whole big square, but there was a big chunk in the middle that was going to be covered with other things, we would cut that out. Right, again, just going to use my hot glue for this, which is going to just hold that lace in place. So I'm going to just, you know, put hot glue down over the whole thing. Yeah, we would take our, you know, scissors and cut out what you call gutting, the whole of, like, say, the centre of the paper that was going to be covered up. I mean, you know, you could argue, I mean, that's just kind of like being, you know, sensible, isn't it? You know, if you're not going to see it, why would you waste it? But, you know, on the other side, the flip side, it's like, oh my goodness, well, you know, we had all that paper surrounded by all that paper. Why on earth were we trying to be so stingy and hang on to it in the first place, you know? I don't know. But hey, that kind of behaviour continues now, and what's worse, it's mainly printables I'm using, and I'm still hoarding the paper and being ridiculous. Right, I think I quite like it like that, actually. So, yeah, let's just put this one down. Oops. Come on. Like that. Okay. Like that. Okie dokie. Oh, hello, gorgeous. My little doggies come up to see me. Hello, gorgeous. Come, say hello. Hello, beautiful. Hi, you gorgeous. Oh, you just can't resist a dog, can you? You know, when they come and say hello, you've got to stop what you're doing and say hello. You don't want to hurt their feelings, do you, by ignoring them? Because they won't understand that you're busy. They'll just, you know, well, I don't know. They maybe would just think that you didn't like them anymore, didn't love them. So I don't want to be mean. Right, just going to take my line of bling. Oops. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I've got hot glue threads all over me that are just then sticking on the bling. Right, let's just pop that down. Okay. Oh my gosh. How gorgeous does that look? Love it, love it, love it. Right, okay. So, oh, which one should we do now? Just in case we don't get time to do, you know, much more, let's do this one. Because otherwise, yeah, you know, that would not be very good, would it? Because I feel like that one might end up looking quite similar in colour, you know, to the other pieces. Now, I have got the roses, so let's just see if we want these. Now, I've also got this in a kind of framed version. So, you know, we could even kind of like go with the framed version of it. We could have it more like that. I don't know. I'm not sure that's looking great, to be honest. Oh, I don't know now. I don't know. Let me just see. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? No, right, okay, no. Stick with my original plan, which was use this one. So I'm just going to rough this up and then we'll just ink around this. Okay. Right. Okay. Like that. And then we'll ink around this one. Oh my goodness, I mean, how scrummy does that look? Really pretty, doesn't it? Now, do we want some lace? I mean, I just love having lace on everything. You know, if you watch my channel, you'll know that about me. You know, lace is kind of almost like a oh, I can't say the word. Oh, I feel obligated to use lace. That's not really the word, but anyway, couldn't say the other word. Right, so that's quite nice, isn't it? We could have that to the side, actually. That's quite nice too. Just filling in that kind of empty, oh, I was going to say empty area. I've also got this one, which is really lovely, which, yeah, this was kind of buried. I couldn't see it for a minute. Ooh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Very striking. Very striking. Right, look. I don't know whether I want these roses. I'm a bit weird like that, you know, because it's not matching this rose. I feel like, does it go? Because it doesn't match, you know, doesn't match that rose. Does that matter? Don't know why I feel like it does matter, but, you know, let me know below. Do you feel like that? You know, if the roses, they're kind of like two different roses, would you use them, or would you feel like I'm feeling that they don't really go? Right, I'm feeling we've got a lot of green going on this piece. Maybe it needs, oops, something brown or something to break it up. Oh gosh, sorry, so fingers and thumbs. Oh, and you know what we haven't got? We haven't got any lace. So the lace would obviously break it up. Let me decide what lace we want to use for this. So I've got that gorgeous ivory lace here still. Oh, Not sure I want to use that. Not sure that's the right one to use. I'm going to look behind me to see if I've got anything else. I mean, what would have been gorgeous would be pink. Although, to be honest, I'm saying pink. I mean, I'm not sure what that's going to look like over the green. Probably awful. Oh, that's quite pretty, actually. It's a bit shabby chic, isn't it? Yeah, I quite like the pink, actually. So, right, let's glue this down. So, again, I'm going to glue this down as an entire piece. I'm not going to leave it as a pocket. Just because, you know, that pocket opening is going to be covered, what would be a pocket opening, you know, potentially could be covered with the lace. So, yeah, let's just kind of put it down as a flat piece. So, like that. Okay. Like that. Okay. Right. Put that down. Just need to kind of kneel up a bit so that I can see it, you know, from above looking down, because sometimes the perspective is really very different when you look down on things, you know, to when they're kind of flat where you can see them. Right, just check in here. See, because now I'm doing a complete U-turn about the pieces I was using, kind of like, yeah, you know, maybe potentially changing my mind about which bits I'm going to use. So I'm going to put the lace down because I think that looks really pretty. I mean, you know, when I said pink, I mean it's well, it is pink, but it doesn't look kind of like really clashy pink against the green. I mean, I actually did think it was going to, but yeah, it actually looks quite pretty against the green. So it's obviously very delicate colour pink. Otherwise it would perhaps look a little bit, you know, a little bit gross, but it's actually looking quite nice. So yeah, right. So let's decide. I mean, could have, no. Definitely no to that up there. Oops. What do we think? Like that. It's quite pretty, isn't it? We could have that one over there. No, don't like it there. Oh, no. Just no. Suddenly you kind of can go to bits and think, oh no, that just looks terrible, doesn't it? So I'm just going to try the label up here. The butterfly kind of down here. No. 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 Right. But I do quite like the butterfly up there. So, right, let's go for this. Actually, I'm going to hot glue this down just because this is still sticking. So, because it's not quite stuck yet, you know, it's got a tendency to want to kind of curl up because it's on this thick kind of card type paper. You know, so yeah, I didn't want to use wet glue and then have it lifting it all up, if that makes sense. So, and I'm thinking this kind of like coming out behind the flower as well. It's quite pretty. So maybe like that. Yeah, maybe like that. So, right, we shall hot glue this one down. Just, you know, for the same reason. Okay. The rosebud. Like that. Really, really nice. And then, oh, I know everything's on the left, so is that sorry, not even the left, the right, is that a bit right hand heavy? But yeah, I mean, in some ways I kind of think maybe it's quite nice. Oh, again, wish that I was live and you guys could tell me. Let me just stand up and have a look down on it, because I do think sometimes looking down on things you get a completely different kind of perspective. Not this time. I'm not feeling getting any different perspective. I don't mind it either side, to be honest. So yeah, I'm going to put it on the right, where it is a bit right hand heavy, but yeah, just going to put it there. Now, do we want to have a bit of bling on there? You know, just down that butterfly. Okay. I mean, actually, I don't even feel like this one needs it, so I might not have any bling on there. Yeah, right, let's leave that one. Okay, we've just about got time to quickly do this one, so let's just quickly rough these bits up. Are you okay, sweetie? Love you. Okay. Right, just do this one. Okay, right, let's quickly ink this. Isn't this the most gorgeous colour green? Oh, yummy, yummy. I do love green. I mean, green's my favourite colour, and I've said this loads of times, but yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily use green as often as I use maybe some other colours. I mean, pink I use an awful lot. Pink's probably my second favourite colour. Just because actually, you know, maybe you just don't find things in green as frequently as I find them in pink, you know. But it's not because, you know, I prefer pink, because actually my favourite colour, the one I'm always drawn to, is green. But yeah, sometimes it's hard to find things. Hard to find things in green. Right, now, do we want this actually smack bang in the centre? Or do we want it kind of over to the side? We've done a lot of the things over to the side, haven't we? So perhaps we should do this one, you know, more like in the centre. Now, I've still got that pink lace, which obviously this has got the pink, you know, in that lady's dress. So we could have maybe some pink lace on this. That does look quite pretty, doesn't it? Yeah, I think I will. Did I ink this up? I did, but I must have missed that top bit, I think, because it just looked a little bit sort of white still. I could still see some white, ooh, white showing through from where I roughed it up. Right, let's just pop this one down. Oh, this lace has come in really handy, hasn't it? It's, yeah, surprising sometimes, you know, the things that you end up using that you don't expect. Okay. Like that. Okay. Right, liking that. And then this here. Surprising how much different it looks. You know, yeah, how much it changes when you put this on, because like that, I actually don't necessarily think that green, you know, looks too great on there, to be honest. It doesn't kind of go very well. The pink, sorry, on the green, I don't feel goes that well, but once you put this on, it transforms it, I think. So yeah, sometimes it's quite surprising the difference by just one or two little kind of tweaks make. So, and then thinking, you know, could maybe have some little rosebuds or something. I've got the bow there, which is quite pretty. And I've also got, obviously, a couple of label bits. So we could have a little label poking out. Oh, I've also got some butterflies. Oh, yep. Oh, I'm going like full on cluttered again, aren't I? But hey, does that matter? Let's go full on cluttered, shall we? Right. Okay. Like that. Okay. Like that. And then this one. Oh, no, haven't put the label on yet. So let's just pop the label in. Oh, just quickly ink that. Okay. So we're just going to put the label down here. Okay, right. Like that. Okay. Right. So, yep. You know, so that was why we've cut the label in half, obviously, because, you know, if we hadn't have cut the label in half, we wouldn't have had that label left. So it's much like that gutting of the paper that we were just talking about, isn't it? You know, although sounds like such a stingy, crazy way to behave, you know, it just gives you these kinds of opportunities, doesn't it, by doing things like that? So, yeah, although it does sound ridiculous when we are drowning in paper anyway, we then did have the opportunity to obviously use that label, which we wouldn't have had otherwise. Right, where did I put that green butterfly? And there we go. So, do we want the butterfly on there? Also got that bit of bling. So, just going to kind of like sit that onto that butterfly while we just decide. I mean, that is a bit diagonal, isn't it? Which, yeah, it's a bit weird. Could cut that leaf off. What does that look like? What do we think if I cut that leaf off? Or we could have that butterfly kind of down the bottom as well, so that everything's like kind of clustered in the corner. What do we think to that? Oh, it's so tough to decide, isn't it? Oh. Sorry, I'm dragging things around with that hot glue thread that is all over me. Oh my goodness, come on. Stop it, stop it. I mean, to be honest, it looks quite pretty even without any other pink on there. But I do think this kind of like, yeah, lifts it, to be honest. I mean, I think they're two different looks, you know. I think the green without the other dash of pink, or splash of pink, is really nice, but actually having that splash of pink is giving it another kind of look altogether, isn't it? I think like that. So just going to pop this one down here at that side like that. Okay, pop this one down. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous and yummy is that? Right, so we have still got an abundance of things left. So we have all of these pieces still left. So, you know, a bit like the blue ones, you know, just to sort of demonstrate that you can have then, you know, a bunch of other different looks as well. We've got all of these looks and you've got all of these bits left. So, you know, and you could then obviously print off, you know, some extra, you know, pockets and make some more with these. And what I said in the other one was, you know, we had these, whoops, these bits left from the blue kit. You can always mix and match these, you know, there's no reason why you couldn't take one of the blue background papers, for example. I mean, obviously this is not looking great because these are sort of covered up, but, you know, mix and match them where you could put some of the green bits on top of some of the blue set. Just kind of trying to show you there. You know, and vice versa. So take some of the blue bits, for example, and pop them onto some of the green papers for completely different looks. I mean, that, for instance, very, very different look, isn't it? you know, but you've got then the blue roses. How gorgeous does that look? So, you know, you really can mix and match them, and we might come back and do a bit of that, to be honest, because I've got these bits left, or, you know, maybe we'll come back and make some clusters or something, or, you know, yeah, maybe come back and do something with them. Or they will just probably get scattered and, you know, lost laying around on my desk, but we shall see. We shall see what happens first. So let's just lay out the ones that we have made today, and yeah, check out the ones that we have made today. So we made these 4. Absolutely love, love, love how they look. So, and like I said with the blue one, or the blue set, you know, please let me know your favourite. Which one do you like the best? I'm not sure what's my favourite. I couldn't pick a favourite with the blue. And now, of course, I'm now struggling to pick a favourite with the green. I mean, if I'm truthful, I probably love this one. Yeah, probably closely followed by either one of these, and then this one last. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know below which one is your favourite. Do you have a clear favourite? You know, let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you feel inspired. And if you've bought the pocket packs, I hope you have a lot of fun using them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much then. Bye.